works? Good, it works. What's your name? Yes, I know. Good. What do you think? We start? Few minutes to start? So in a few minutes, we will have a speech about the ammonia. Less is more, and we weigh 3 people. Wow, good. We can keep waiting 1 minute or 2 minutes. Huh? Joke with the balls? Arrivano... Io parto, ma Gianni dov'è? Dov'è il cameranista? Dov'è l'autista qua? Ah, sei là. Non ti avevo visto. Partiamo. Senti, dimmi una cosa, dove devo stare? Hai fatto il largo. So, good afternoon, everybody. So in a few minutes, we will have the speech about the ammonia. Less is more. First, let me say that I don't presume to call myself an expert in what you do, but I hope to give you some information and to leave to your judgment what I'm saying could be relevant and useful for you. Good. We start from this slide. Here we see 3 valued things. The first is the gold, of course, easy. But the second is the use of the natural gas for refrigeration. And the third, the know-how. Know-how. The most important weapons to change the world. I would like to show you an interesting statistics that raise a nice questions. Here on the top side, you see the CO2 concentrations, and in the bottom side, the ambient temperatures. A correlation, in effect, is not confirmed, but it looks like that there is. I would like you note also the bracket on the right side, your right side. Which value do you think are we now? All the CO2 remain between a value of 200 and 300 ppm. And now we are at this value, 375. So the relation doesn't exist. But what about if the relation exists? So it's when the moment we think we know something well, probably is the right moment to change point of view. And in this aspect, we have a choice. We can do it because of many aspects, but surely we have to consider the energy cost. The trend is increasing. So ambient from one side, energy cost from the other side, performance. So we can do the things because we oblige, rules, F-gas or whatever, or we can do the things because we think and we want a better world. Getting down to the ammonia, ammonia has some less and some more. Less density, less mixability, less healthy because it's toxic, less material compatibility, is more heat coefficient transfer, more latent contribution, more discharge, temperature and pressure conditions for heat pumps, more smell, but definitely rules require less charge. So the question is, less is more. Can we exchange more with less ammonia charge? And if we can, how much can we do? we can go down with less quantity thanks to different technology improvement. The tube size, the turbofan, the ammonia airflow combination in the design as well. And at the same time, we can step up with the performance, with more performance to a higher value. Which value do you think can we reduce the charge, and which value we can increase the performance? We see here. That is why 60% less charge in liter kilowatt, and with more 20% performance means less is more. It's something we can do. Here is a presentation only about the result we can have by the use of the technology. Of course, we have all technical details to go through. I'll be pleased to stay with you if you are welcome after the speech, definitely. But essentially, here you see exactly the result. If we compare a 50 kilowatt unit coolers pump for recirculation minus 25, we see at your left the market. You see at your left the market, usual market technology with a certain surface and higher quantity and a certain quantity of charge, refrigerant charge. We can have a similar solution by Luve that use less charge, roughly half, and we call here the most similar in the sense that is the same surface and higher quantity, or we can have also other alternatives with low energy solutions or even lowest charge solutions. This is in terms of charge, and this is what happened in terms of performance. So the same solution we talked before, so the same starting, the orange one is the usual market reference. We can see that we can step up with performance from 40 to 43 kilowatts on the left side here, up to 45, 50 kilowatts. And on the right side, you see the performance with the frost surface, with 1 millimeters frost. So that is the reason why we can have 20% more performance. So less is more, that is the meaning. It's possible. If something is possible, it's mainly thanks to a design. At the end, it's not, in effect, rocket science. It's only a matter of know-how. If you have the know-how how to design properly the unit coolers, you can achieve this result. Compare what the market is using right now. To a conclusion, I think the environment is too important for us for not doing our best. And we know all that what we can do is probably is a drop in the ocean. But if we don't do, our drop will be missing. So that's why Luve is always looking ahead to improve the technology for the industry. This is the present, but I would like to give you an information about what we are doing for the future. We are thinking ammonia DX, but what I'm saying, we are thinking, it means that we are testing, field testing in a very big plant in a particular application. If the benefits that are very huge could be reliable, because the reliability of a solution is very important. It's not only a matter to be very performance. The reliability and the constancy of the solution is too important. It doesn't depend only on the coolers. Now I would like to show you a short clips. I don't know how it's to run. Yeah, just before you run, to say that is a clip of an installation we did in collaboration with a customer of us. Can you please pause for a while? Stop. Panic, huh? Come on. This is an installation, is a blast chiller for fruit preservation is 2 megawatt plant with the ammonia, pumps ammonia. And what is nice from this plant is that the COP is very high performance, but is also tested and keep the high performance all during the working conditions. If you can please go on.
Haven't you heard absence makes a heart grow fonder? Haven't you heard nothing good comes overnight? No, I'm telling you straight, baby, just in case you wonder. It's turning me off, crowding me out, it's not right. Less is more. Back it up, slow it down, let it breathe. Cause so much of a good thing can be bad. See, we don't wanna go up like that. Less is more. Pull it back, hold it down, chill it out. If you want me to still be around, remember, if you wanna be showing your affection, don't you know a simple
Here we see the air distribution, and we check the temperatures also in the more far place of the room. So the meaning is that, unfortunately, Enrique Aparicio, the guy that was dealing with this plant that has installed this installation, is not here. But the conclusion is that less is more is possible, 60% less charge with 20% more performance. We are also looking ahead with the X. And if you stay and if you have some questions, I'm pleased to stay with you and reply to all your questions, let's say. Thank you very much.